I made a very impromptu trip to the thrift store. It was completely unplanned, and I didn't even realize I was going in on a Sunday. Now, I hadn't been in there on a Sunday in a very long time, and what I discovered immediately upon entry when I witnessed the pandemonium in front of me was that it was 4-color ticket day. You go in, you have colored tickets, right? But they're all different colors. And on 4-color ticket day, you have 4 colors that are going to be half off. Usually it's 2, but now it's 4. So going in there, you're going to have a lot of people trying to get as much as they can, and you have a bit of a motley crew of people that are there. You know, you have your people like me who just want to get a good deal on some cool stuff, and then you have your flippers, which are people who have vintage stores, or they have Etsy stores or Poshmark accounts or things like that, where they're looking to get as much as possible and then turn a profit on it. Since it was completely unplanned, and then since it was also a 4-ticket day, which was crazy, a lot of things were happening. So it was a totally different environment than what I'm used to when I go there. One of them is that I noticed either everyone took all of the 4-color tickets that day, or what they do is, so as not to lose that much money, the store takes as many of those colors off the floor as possible. Maybe they take a percentage off and they pull them off the floor and put them into the back, because everything I was finding was not the color of the day. I think I managed to find like 1 or 2, and this is a big store. So usually when I go in there, I have a general plan or an idea of the kind of thing that I'm looking for. I walked in here with no plans, and then the chaos that was this store completely wiped any possible semblance of a plan out of my brain, because I don't do well in those kinds of situations. So I was freezing. It was an incredibly cold day, and I went in there and I'm immediately pulling things like sweaters and velvet and cardigans. So I noticed that a lot of my theme turned out to be warm. And in addition to that, since pickings were a little bit slim, as the aisles were being utterly wrecked by these people, what you'll find is I was finding a lot of basics. And I love basics. It's something that I've discussed a lot when people ask me how to dress on a budget when you're a goth, because it can be a little bit expensive to be in the goth scene if you look at everything that's out, because oftentimes people see things like Killstar, Punk Rave, and they want that. They want to look like that. But the price tag that comes along with it is not very realistic if you have a mortgage and you have bills. You can't just throw down $200 on a velvet dress. It's not possible. So I always try to encourage people to get the most basic of things, because you can find them anywhere, like a basic black dress, for example. Long sleeve, round neck, knee length. Sounds pretty simple, right? Pretty basic, maybe even boring. However, if you and I get the same dress, I can guarantee you what you and I bring to the table, not only will we make it stand out and make it unique, we are going to look nothing like each other, and no one's even going to know that we're wearing the same dress, because what you do with that is you turn it into a blank canvas, and it's all about what you bring to the table. It's all about your accessories. You let your accessories do the talking, whether your tights, or you got your shoes, you got necklaces, harness, any kind of jewelry. Everything you bring to it is going to make it look like an entirely different thing and enhance what it actually is. And you could change it as you go along. So you could wear that very same dress the next day and accessorize it differently. No one's going to know. And I love that about basics, because you let your personality speak for you. And this is actually a very great template for starting DIY, because DIY, I often notice, it's difficult for some people to start because they don't know what their niche is. Everybody has their niche with DIY, but we don't quite know what ours is when you're just getting started. And this is a good kind of jumping off point. So I'm going to take you to the footage from the thrift store. And if you don't want to see all the footage, I think I got like 20 minutes worth, I'm going to put a timestamp so you can skip ahead and get to the show and tell and the try on. So I'm at the thrift store, and I'm here on a Sunday, which on Sundays you actually get your 4 discounts. So as you can see, purple, black, green, and blue, any tags of those colors, which are usually 2 but on Sundays they're 4, are going to be half off. In an ideal world, everything's going to be that color. Absolutely everything will be that color. Will that be the case? Probably not. but we shall see. Kind of an interesting top here. Let's see. The maxi dress. The material is very boing, like spandexy. Oh, kind of cute. This has a very 1990s era of the supermodel, like Naomi Campbell, Christy Turlington, Linda Evangelista kind of vibe to it. Who makes this? Fashion something. Knew it. First thing I pick up, not the color of the day. We're gonna put it in there anyway. What is happening here?
Thank you.
I've been very cold because it's been really cold, and I feel like my theme, I usually come here with the fuck is that now? It works! It was a kid playing with it. For the love of all that is holy.
I know what Seattle Post-Intelligencer is, but I think no.
No. Oh my god, it works. You're about to see me go take a blow dryer away from someone. Okay, this is why I'm weird. I love things like this. I love oversized tunics. I love them so much. This has things that I love and then one thing I hate. The texture reminds me of this exfoliator that I use from Korea. It's a really good exfoliating knit. I'll tell you about those later. That's the one thing I don't like. I love a v-neck and I love an oversized tunic because you can like belt them up and like wear accessories with them inside. Just how much? $8.99, and again, not the color of the day. Surprise, surprise. The only reason that I'm going to put it back is because of the texture. It's not a comfy texture. But other than that, it pretty much has all the hallmarks of like things that I would go for. I just prefer like the oversized look. This one is a little bit more on the expensive side of what I'd usually go for. Show you though. Okay. Long sleeve, jersey, maxi dress, and there are so many things that you can do with these. I'm just gonna hold on to it. So the thing with thrift stores, if you see something that you like and you're not sure about it, put it in the cart. Doesn't matter because there's only one. You could always put it back later. You don't want to risk putting it down and then somebody else picking it up again. So at the end, I usually do my whole process of elimination, and that's when I put everything that I decided against back. But you don't want to run the risk of just putting it down and then it's gone. So everything is currently in the cart that I'm considering. So just because it's in the cart doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to get it. When I was younger, the lingerie section was like a treasure trove of just slips and just things that we could layer. Let me just get out of the way. Oddly enough, I don't know if it's just this one in particular, slips are harder to come by. Okay, I feel like it's a trick. You go here on 4-color day and nothing you look at is in the color you want. I feel like they take 90% of everything in that color off the floor. And for that, they can bite me. Oh, look, somebody made an outfit. It's like a swimsuit with a cover. Wait a minute. I kind of like this. Tag on it, because if the tags aren't on it, they won't sell it to you. Ooh, color of the day, finally. You know what? Yes. Sorry, I saw velvet and I couldn't help myself. That's okay, though. That's okay. I saw velvet and I couldn't help myself. Anytime I see velvet, I kind of lose my mind just a little bit. This is exactly the same as this. It's got a built-in bra, which unfortunately it's not my size. It's a bit big for me. It is a size 40C. Okay, so 40, so I'm guessing 40 in width. So it's this is sized by bra. This is the perfect example of why you should thrift. Like, I will never pick up something that's plus size because I don't want to rob anybody else of that experience, because it's hard enough for, you know, curvy gals to find things that they like. And I'm not going to rob anyone of that, like, goth experience. You know, that goth find from the thrift store, which can really be few and far between in general, let alone if you're a difficult size. So we're going to leave anything plus size alone, but we will look at it and admire it and give you hope that it does exist. You just have to look.
Welcome, shoppers. Today's colors are blue, green, white with the purple stripe.
Why with the cheerful?
Any items in the store don't take a color will be 50% off today. No items can be sold if the ticket is ripped, missing, or rubbed off. Can't ship. Pricing is done between noise.
I don't know why, but I find extreme cheerfulness really, really creepy. There's just something more authentic about being grumpy. Sometimes I jump back and forth between racks. I'm kind of like here and here because I don't know where to start. But these are so densely packed that I kind of get like a little bit overwhelmed and excited at the same time. It's just happening. Aw, why did you do that? Congratulations, it looks like a baseball mitt. Okay, so this is what I wanted to bring up. See this? Velvet, quarter length sleeve. I prefer a long sleeve, but we have a V-neck, little short skirt. It's pieces like this that you really can't sleep on when you're in the thrift store, because these are the things that may be simple, right? However, this is something that could be workable in so many different ways. It's not expensive to be goth. It really isn't. A lot of people think that it's an expensive endeavor. And a lot of the clothes from certain places, yes, they can be. But when you take a piece like this, it's all down to your personality. It's all about what you bring to it. Belt, accessories, tights, shoes. There are so many different things that you can do to this seemingly simplistic plain piece. You know what, maybe we can change this up. It's half off. Let's keep this in the cart for consideration. Kind of creepy crowded in here. Is this the line? One thing that I am looking for are chunky sweaters, because they're warm and cozy and they envelop you like a blankie. Oh, why did you ruin it with the fringe? It's kind of like you have an idea in your mind of what you want when it comes to like a chunky, oversized cardigan. But nothing really specific. You just know it when you see it. What happened here? This is all like hidden. Hold the phone. What in the 80s goth glory is happening here? There is just something that says, take me home. And I'm kind of like, okay. Oh. but it's half, but still. Oh. That could be fun. Granted, some things I'm keeping. I hate today. Sometimes I hear someone sneeze and think, there's no way they didn't just crap themselves. Again, really great fabric. It's really soft. It's so soft. No, you know what? No, this can work. But what number is that? Is that a 2? Is that an 8? Is this a Nordic rune? Let's find out. Check this out. So it has a cold shoulder, which it has tags on it still too. Uh-oh, when the tags are still on it, they upcharge. $14.99 and not half off. What's this? This I like, but the zipper is gold. This wounds my soul. Wanting to keep things more frugal and inexpensive is kind of proving to be a bit more of a challenge today. I don't know why. Lots of the prices have been marked up a bit more. When I was younger, I collected peacoats. I loved them so much. I wanted one so badly, and I don't know where I saw one for the first time. I have no idea how I learned the name of a peacoat, what it was called. And for my 16th birthday, I got a peacoat, and it was so warm, and I loved it so much. I've always had a thing for blazers. I don't know what it is. There's so many different things you can do to it, and the way it just changes up an outfit, I love it so much. But I have a lot of blazers. But I'm always looking to see if maybe I can find one that's different than the ones that I have in some way. Do you ever get it where there's like so many people around? Where there's like so many people around, it's so crowded, you're having to like push past people, or you know, every time you turn down an aisle, there's like a bunch of people blocking it. And it's not necessarily like the fault of anyone, just like it just happens to be the circumstance, and you get really shaky and frustrated. That's how I get. And I get like just kind of sensory overload. And I hate that, because I'm not like that in different situations. Like if I go to a club or I go to a concert, I like that, because it's just like the fact that there's more people there, it adds to the element, it adds to the energy of everything. But in here, it just adds a sort of like chaos and disorganization and don't touch me kind of situation. Again, that could just be me whinging kind of them. Again, here we go with the cozy. The unfortunate thing that happens with cozy is that you get like the saggy sad butt look. I don't want a saggy sad butt. It's someone else's treasure, not mine. Do I like it? I do. I do really like it. It is $18.99, $28.99. That's why I was a little bit on the fence about it, but it is half off. But it's still $28.99. Ooh! Wow, that is like a firm, like stiff leather. Sometimes when you see things through the crevice, you see like, ooh, what is this? It could have like potential, and then you pull it out, and it's something that's not particularly like hideous, but it's definitely not what I had in my brain. You kind of have these expectations of what you're about to pull out, and it turns out to be something entirely different. But it could be something that you never knew you really needed. I got hit in the ass with something. You just threw a Pokeball at me? Were you just trying to capture me? You hit me right in the ass. That was actually really funny. I was like, what just hit me? I felt under attack. Do you want the Pokeball?
Any items in the store with those ticket colors will be 50% off today. No items can be sold if the ticket is ripped, missing, or rubbed off. Cashiers cannot sell these items. Pricing is done between 9:30 a.m. and 3:15 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday only. There are absolutely no refunds or exchanges at any time, so please choose your purchases carefully. Anything shopping in the store in pets must be worn at all times.
This plain jersey knit Usha Nova, not half off, but this is very workable. It's the plain pieces like this you cannot sleep on. And I feel like I need to get it to show you why. But maybe if we can find something similar that's cheaper, because I feel like we can do better than $8.99. That's just me. Big hole, $10.99. And you know what? I actually really like this, and that's what sucks. Check, I really like this a lot. But there's a big friggin' hole in the back.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's not fixable.
No. Oh, that sucks. But this is a really good material. Cinched waist, pockets.
Why are the candles from Manchester, England?
They knew you were coming. Look, crushed velvet, grommets, lace up front. These right here. I like these. You know what they remind me of?
Shoes.
How do you always know what I'm about to say? No, like a modernized take of Victorian shoes. Like the little Victorian boot. That's what it reminds me of. They're actually really nice. Like everything has potential. Everything does. You have to be able to look past it, and you need to see things for what they can be. Like, for example, these boots. They can be mine. They're not my size. They're 5.5. I feel like some things are missing because I didn't have a bag. I just sort of carried everything out, so I'm kind of concerned that some things might actually be missing. So, starting off, we have, for $5.99, long sleeve, jersey knit. We have these little bits in the front. A little bit risque. We'll see how I didn't even try it on. We'll see what it looks like. But one piece I was definitely excited about. Could be fun. You probably remember this from the video. I'm pretty sure it's a beach cover-up. Can't go wrong with a pair of basic leggings. So what I liked about these is the top part. I love a good top wide band because it's just more flattering. I don't like that little thin elastic waistband at the top. It's unflattering, it's uncomfortable. This is where it's at. I might shred these, I'm not entirely sure. And if I do, I'll do a DIY video to show you how to do that. Sweater. It just looked so cozy. I usually like my sweaters longer, like way past my knees, almost like a dress. But this was a little bit shorter. See how it looks. I don't know if you remember from the video, but I was looking for a cardigan. This doesn't have pockets. I love pockets. It doesn't have pockets, but that's okay. Very simple. This is a basic dress. Pretty simple, right? Kind of a mock turtleneck. Not quite. Interesting sleeves. Long sleeves, but it has that ruching detail right at the end. I was thinking about maybe shredding up the sleeves. I'm not entirely sure. But this is a great template to really do anything with. So I'm excited to see what I do with that. Now this, I'm sure you remember this one from the video as well. Velvet dress. Oh, I should tell you prices as well. $10.99 for the velvet V-neck. Let's see. For the basic black mini, $8.99. Cardigan was, I forgot. I took the tag off because I washed it. Ticket of the day, and it was $10.99, so half off of that. This little strappy deal, $5.99. And then of course the leggings were $5.99. So I'm gonna get to trying this stuff on and showing you what they look like.